But first, we begin with the crisis in Iran. Overnight, President Trump approving a military strike, retaliating after Iran shot down that U.S. surveillance drone, but then reversing course at the last minute with planes already in the air. Our chief global affairs correspondent, Martha Raddatz, leading us off this morning. Good morning, Martha.
Good morning, David. The world is bracing this morning to see if President Trump launches retaliatory strikes against Iran after officials say a planned strike last night was called off by the president himself.
The U.S. military is again ready to launch at a moment's notice, but it's now unclear if and when that will happen. It was yesterday that President Trump approved a strike against Iran before abruptly changing his mind last night. The president tweeting a short time ago that we were cocked and loaded to retaliate last night on 3 different sites. When I ask how many will die, 150 people, sir, was the answer from a general. 10 minutes before the strike, I stopped it. Not proportionate to shooting down an unmanned drone. I am in no hurry. Then saying sanctions are biting, although writing that Iran can never have nuclear weapons. The strikes were reportedly set to include Iranian radar and missile batteries. The move would be in retaliation for the shoot-down of the American drone, Iran showing images of what they say they recovered of the wreckage. An Iranian general also claiming this morning that a U.S. P-8 surveillance plane with 35 on board violated Iranian airspace, but Iran, it says, decided not to shoot down the manned aircraft. Thursday, Iran showed video of what they claim is their surface-to-air missile streaking toward the U.S. drone, exploding on impact. This video hasn't been verified. In a video released by the U.S. military, the drone is seen plunging into the waters below. The unarmed and unmanned aircraft, one of America's most sophisticated drones, cost $130 million. Its wingspan as broad as a 737. The drone was monitoring the Gulf of Oman, where recent attacks were carried out on oil tankers, and over the Strait of Hormuz, that vital oil shipping waterway. The U.S. military claims it was flying in international airspace, pinpointing the drone as roughly 21 miles from the Iranian coast when it was hit, well away from the 12-mile territorial limit. But Iran maintains the drone was in Iranian airspace. Its Revolutionary Guard Corps stating, an enemy that violates our borders will not return and will be destroyed. The president initially issuing a stern warning.
They made a very bad mistake.
But then suggesting it may have been a foolish error, seeming to question whether Iran intended to shoot down the drone.
I find it hard to believe it was intentional, if you want to know the truth. I think that it could have been somebody who was loose and stupid that did it.
Those waters are protected by an Iranian naval fleet of small but swift boats, and what Iran lacks in air power, they make up for in missiles, capable of launching retaliatory missile strikes against Israel, Saudi Arabia, or the UAE, and proxy groups with the power to sow chaos through attacks across the Middle East.
All right, so let's get right back to Martha Raddatz monitoring this all night. And Martha, Iran doubling down this morning after President Trump said there that this might have been some sort of mistake, this shoot down. Iran saying it was no mistake. We did this. This was Iranian airspace, they say.
Exactly. In fact, Iran even tweeting out coordinates of where they say the drone was flying and where it was shot down, still claiming this morning it was in Iranian airspace, but being quite clear that they shot the U.S. drone down on purpose, David.
All right, Martha Raddatz starting us off on a Friday morning. Martha, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.